All right, so now let's talk about adding some things to our timeline here. For this project, I only want to use rectangles and circles, no ovals, no other shapes. We're just going to keep it really simple for now. So to create shapes, you have you have all your tools over here. We're looking at this one, the shape tool. And if I click and hold it, you'll see that there's other shapes in there. And all we're interested in is the rectangle and the ellipse for now. So here's the rectangle, and you can just click and drag and it'll start adding shapes. And one crazy thing already happened here, right? So if I have, you would think, like for example, in Illustrator or Photoshop, every time you drag something, it will create a new layer. In After Effects, you can add multiple shapes to the same layer. And there's pros and cons, but depending on what you're trying to do, um, where you might want to do that or where you might not want to do it. So I'll just start over. So the first thing is let's change some stuff. So like I said, I just click and drag and I make a shape. So the first thing I want to do is for this project, we're only going to be working in white, black, or shades of gray. Okay. And for now, I'm going to just turn my stroke off. The other constraint we have is we want to snap to grid. That's the whole point of this. So now when I draw a shape, it'll snap to one of these lines here, right? So now, what if I wanted to have another rectangle and I didn't want it in the same layer? What I would do is just clear my selection by pretty much clicking anywhere. And then I can have another one. If I wanted to have a square, what I would do is as I'm drawing this thing, I just hold down Shift. Okay, so that's some rectangles. Exciting. To get our circle, we just click in here. We go to the ellipse tool. And I think if I just hit Shift Q, I can cycle through these shapes, whatever one is active. And so here I draw it, and there's no ovals in this project. Just circles. All right, so I'm going to just shift as I draw it, and now I have a circle. Yeah, I think a good thing to kind of be aware of is like what's what. So like if we're looking at this timeline here, so that's that. So this is our square, there's our circle, there's our rectangle. If we just look over here, we'll have no idea what these things are, right? And you can select things and it'll highlight what it is. But I think it's good to get into the habit of naming things. And really naming things is a gift to yourself. Every second you spend naming things, you will get back in the future and then some. Right? Square, circle, circles, circle. Yeah, and so if I want to rename stuff, I click on the layer and I hit return on the Mac. Right. You can even be like, you don't have to be super crazy about it. But circ, square, rect. All right. Now, I could save, but whenever you make a major change to your file, like some kind of noteworthy progress, it's better to save as. So I'm just going to go save as, go to my folder, which is over here. And I'm just going to add version. All right. There's also an increment and save feature, which will just keep adding numbers to things. But I like to have my initials at the end, so I don't really use that. All right.